number 2. So he says, I know your works. Now he says, and I know where you dwell. Here's the scripture. And he has made from one blood. Now, folks, this is a very interesting passage, and I'm going to say some stuff that some of you probably won't agree with. All right? God has made from what? One blood. Okay. The Bible does not teach anything on race. Do you understand that? In the Bible, according to God, there's no such thing as a race. There is one blood. Then what does the Bible teach? The Bible teaches nations, ethnic groups. It teaches nothing concerning race. Why? Because race is determined by blood. So how many races are there? One. The human race. If you're going to ask me about, nationalities, then we can talk about being Chinese or African or European or something like that. But when you're going to talk race, the only race in the book is the human race. There are no blacks, there are no whites. You can't find that anywhere in the book, friends. It's not there. God told Rebecca her children was fighting in her womb. What did he tell her? He says, hey, Rebecca, the reason why they're fighting is because there are 2 races in your womb. No, he says there are 2 nations in your womb. 2 ethnic groups. So the Bible excludes race. That is a man-made thing. A man-made thing. The Bible only talks about nations. So if you're caught up on this race thing, you know where it comes from. If it ain't coming from the scriptures, where's it coming from? It's coming from Satan. Especially if you're a believer. If you're talking about races, then you need to go read the Bible. Because the Bible never, ever talks about race. Why? Because the Bible is clear. There's only one. How many God? One. God said, made from one blood, one human race, what? Different nations of men. And I caused them to dwell where? On all the face of the earth. And that's why you can't go live on Mars. That's why you can't go live on the moon. That's why you can't go live on Pluto or some star or whatever else people want to go live. That's why you can't live underneath the earth. Because God says, I only want you to dwell on the face of the earth. There's no place in God's creation you can go. Go into space. Can you live there like you do on the earth? No. Can you grow food out there? No. Can you breathe out there? No. Then you can't stay. Go under the earth. Can you grow food under the earth? I mean, just buried under the earth? No. Can you breathe under the earth? No. Can you see under the earth? No, not without artificial light. Then you can't live there. Why? Because God says, I said you're going to only dwell on all the face of the earth. And there's nothing you can do about it, friends. Nothing. What does that tell you? That tells you that God is sovereign. and you're not, and I'm not. That tells you you don't have free will. Why not, God? Because I have determined. Who did that? God said I did it. I determined their what? Pre-appointed times. Who did that? God says, I made a determination. Then I pre-appointed when you were going to be born. I determined the boundaries of your dwelling. I said where you're going to live. And guess what? There's nothing you can do about it. Teleport yourself to the past if you don't like living in this age. Go ahead. Go ahead. I bet you can. God can. When the Most High, now listen, he says, I made from one blood every nation of men to dwell on the face of the earth, and has determined their pre-appointed times and boundaries of their dwellings. Now, listen to this one. When the Most High divided their inheritance, talking about the men, talking about all humans, their inheritance to the nations. Listen, when he separated the sons of Adam, what did he do? He set, God did, the boundaries. Who did that? God did that. He separated the boundaries of the people. Did you determine where you were going to be born? Absolutely not. God says he did that. Did you determine what ethnic group you were going to be in? No, God said I did that. Did you determine what year you would be born? No, God says I did that. And he didn't ask you your opinion. He set the boundaries of the peoples. The what? The peoples, the races. No, friends. No. There's one race, one blood. There are ethnic groups. There are tongues. There are people, and there are nations. That's all the Bible talk about. That's it. Again, if you're sitting there talking about races, I'm telling you where it's coming from. It ain't coming from God. The source of that mess is nobody but Satan himself. So you better lay off of that stuff, or God is going to discipline you behind that. You got to stick with what the book says.